Well, hi everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube art tutorial channel. I'm a professional artist working from my studio in Essex in the UK and painting plein air in the countryside. In this week's demonstration, I'm looking at sketching with watercolour pencils. Some of the family went for a picnic on Galleywood Common here in the UK and was outside the Horse and Groom pub, right smack bang in the middle of the common. So I decided to create a little sketch so that I could work up a painting sometime in the future. I hope you enjoy watching. Well, as normal, decided to do a little watercolour sketch using watercolour soluble pencils. So while they're still eating behind, I better get on with this sketch. My normal process with this is to produce an outline sketch, then fill in the colours, then I start softening them up. So I soften up by purely damping a brush with a little water. And I normally start with the lighter work, the cloud work, the sky in general, a little bit of just spreading of the colour onto the paper. I mean, it's not difficult. Notice how I keep damping the brush because it does load with colour, which as you're getting darker you can then form added shapes, but that's the basis for the sky. Now I've pulled in a little closer. The sky is pretty much dry. Now I'm going to produce softening of the distant trees or the surrounding trees, and into a shadow area on the right, and also the lighter colour of the trees in the distance at the top. What I would say is that, as I said before, when you're spreading colour like this, you've got to be aware that you will pick up colour. So sometimes you're lifting off colour, so you have to re-spread it. But that's the nature of using these watercolour pencil as a sketch. And you can do full-blown paintings with them really, but I do like them for sketching purely because they're quick, easy to take with you, and it's a good reference for a future watercolour. Because I didn't have a like a greeny blue colour for the front of the building, which is rendered and painted, I had to rub a light yellowy green onto the paper and then overlaid that with a blue. Now I'm mixing it on the paper. So that's the way I produce the colours if I've not got them in the pencil. Now I'm moving on to the roof area, where I've used like a brown and, well, it's a black really, I suppose, but I wanted a dark brown colour, so I hadn't got the right colour there again, so I've just used two colours, overlaid them, and that's helped me with the colour that I require. I'm not touching the shadow work at the moment. Now I've thoroughly cleaned the brush. That's very important when you go onto a lighter area, and just spreading with a bit of damp, just pure water. Obviously it picks up a bit of colour as you spread the lighter areas. So see the way the browns and the greens are spreading together, and that's what I love about this medium. It really is a lovely way to produce a sketch. And you know, it's so important to complete it in that manner. Now I'm moving on to the shadow areas of the rendered part, and what I've done, I've just added a purple to the other colours that are already there. Added a bit of red on that new extension to the left, but other than that, it's really the main shadow work. Now I've added that purple to all the shadows, but obviously underneath they do have that same colour, the mixes if necessary. So I like the purpley colour. If you want it a bit darker, you just add go over lightly with a black or a brown or a red, you know. So it's quite a nice process, and you end up with quite a nice sort of impression, really. Just continue that process with all the shadow areas and the windows. Now, although I've already wetted and covered the foreground grass with water, after drying you can then go over again with what I've used as a purple to start the process of shadow areas where you've not actually put them in before, and that will need dampening too. Now I'm wetting the parasols, the benches and the figures, you know, just loosening them up and blending them, making them softer, and it helps to bring out the colour when you wet those areas as well. Just going to put 3 birds in the sky just as an addition, and we're pretty much there, I think. The full watercolour demonstration will be on my YouTube channel next Friday. Show you exactly how I turned this sketch into a full-blown watercolour. Thank you for watching, and happy sketching!